Tottenham faced PSG on Wednesday, hoping to avenge the Super Cup defeat back in August. Now PSG were victorious on penalties that night, but much has changed since that match. The Champions League holders have been absolutely blighted by injuries to their key players and are far from at their best at the moment. And that was highlighted by the 2-1 defeat to Bayern Munich in matchday 4, where PSG was simply brushed aside and overpowered. The defeat means PSG need to get back to winning ways against a Tottenham team reeling from Sunday's 4-1 defeat in the North London derby. That being said, can Tottenham really cause an upset at the Parc des Princes? Well, anything's possible, so let's have a look at where Tottenham can hurt PSG in Wednesday night's match. First up, PSG are not the same team as they were at the tail end of last season, where they had momentum that took them all the way to Champions League glory. Injuries, lack of fitness, fatigue have all played a part in a good start to the season, but not a dominant one. Let's start in goal. Lucas Chevalier replaced Gianluigi Donnarumma in the summer, and it's fair to say he is yet to win anybody over. Less than convincing performances, a collection of errors, and a real lack of understanding with his defenders. In defence of him, he's been yet to play behind a stable back four at PSG. There's been a lot of chopping and changing, but Tottenham can definitely take heart from the fact that Chevalier has had a stuttering start to his PSG career. Up next, PSG's club captain Marquinhos. Now, he admitted after the Bayern game that he's yet to get up to scratch this season, and that really shows in his performances so far this season. He was at fault for that second goal against Bayern, and he's yet to get a real run of games. Next up, the absence of Achraf Hakimi, the newly crowned African Player of the Year. He will be a huge miss for PSG on Wednesday night and in the coming weeks. His marauding runs, his energy, his link-up play, his assists, his finishing, he's got everything in his locker. Now, he's so key to the way PSG play, and ultimately they're going to be a lot less of a threat down that right flank without him. Now, midfielder Warren Zaïre-Emery has deputised admirably for the absence of Achraf Hakimi, and whilst he can't offer or replicate what Hakimi does, he has been an able deputy. Interestingly enough though, PSG have never lost when Zaïre-Emery has played at right back. Up top, PSG without Desiree Doué until the new year. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia is yet to hit top form, and Ousmane Dembele is coming back from his second injury already this season and could be on the bench for Wednesday night's game. So that's all three of PSG's starting attack from the Champions League final, all either injured or out of form and not up to scratch yet. Now, Spurs should be absolutely buoyed by this, because their replacements of Bradley Barcola, of Seny Mayulu, and even Lee Kang-in, who's having a much improved season, they can't offer the same threat as those three. Now, Spurs can absolutely cause problems for PSG, particularly in wide areas and through the middle, should Xavi Simons, for example, start this match. And of course, there's the caveat of Xavi Simons, who will have a point to prove coming back to Paris Saint-Germain, and Randal Kolo Muani, of course, who is on loan from PSG at Tottenham and is eligible to play. And finally, Wilson Odobert, who was in PSG's academy system as well. And we all know what happens when a former star faces PSG. Usually, it ends very, very badly.